What's up, guys? It's your boy AD, and that's all day. And I'm finna do the SmackDown review for last Friday on April 15th, 2022. And my stuff is working better now. It's actually showing the goodies, so that's what's up. The only downside, though, is that this episode just wasn't that great. Like, I honestly think the Raw was a little bit better than this, but I'll go through it and update y'all and let y'all know what's going on with this whole new road to the next pay-per-view, because they're already starting to set the pieces. But as you can see from the headline, RK Bro crashes the Usos party on SmackDown. So as you can see, SmackDown kind of had a lot to do with Raw. It pretty much was a continuation. They're starting to do this a lot now, if you notice as well. It's like the SmackDown and Raw brands are just joining each other now. They're not staying separated like they used to. The WWE is definitely letting them work more with each other, and it's happening just like RK Bro popping up on SmackDown. But let's get into it. RK Bro and the Usos set plans for tag team title unification clash. So basically, the show started with RK Bro. They came in, they from Raw, so it's crazy to see y'all on SmackDown trying to get all the attention and all the hype. It's like no hatred at all. There is no Raw SmackDown beef. Everybody's like, "Yay, you're here." But anyways, they came in. They want revenge for what the Usos did to them last Monday. So they're like, okay, we're going to come for those belts. And then the Usos show up, and then they just do a lot of trash talking to one another. And I'm like, okay, this fight probably is not going to happen yet, because they seem like they're going to be building it up maybe for a pay-per-view. And then it ends up cause basically almost the same thing kind of happened, like where from Monday, like the Usos left out the ring, and then Randy and them start stunting on SmackDown, which is crazy. It's like they're trying to steal your show. And then all of a sudden the Usos came right back and attacked Bro and messed Bro up. Like here they go again acting like they finna leave, and then they come back. And then Bro got mad backstage, and then he wanted to have a one-on-one against Jay Uso. I think it was Jay. And that turned out to be like the main event or something. But yeah, that's how the show began. Then we had Rhea Ripley go against Naomi. And yeah, I kind of am getting tired of seeing these repeats a little bit, because it is just Naomi. It's just been Naomi and Sasha going against Liv and Rhea, and I had a feeling that they were gonna lose. I knew Naomi probably was gonna lose this one, because now all of a sudden they got a title match. That kind of throws me off too. Like, y'all got a whole title match for the tag team belts next week, or coming up on Raw, but then here goes the singles match. So I knew that the Rhea was gonna win to make them look strong going into the title match. So I guess that match should be more bigger to watch. This was just okay, but kind of repetitive. Then we had Madcap Moss defeat Humberto. So Madcap Moss has finally left Happy alone. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Now that part did have me laughing. Like when they was showing all the segments about Madcap Moss and the jokes and what was going on with Happy Corbin, I'm not lying. That shit had me laughing. That was probably the most entertaining part of that show that night. To me, I mean, the jokes was kind of funny. But yeah, so now Madcap Moss is by himself going against Los Lotharios. Well, Humberto by himself. I mean, they were trying to cheat him, when the ref wasn't looking, but he ended up winning, and it was a pretty quick match, and he wins it with his finisher that he's doing. Let me see. Then we had Drew McIntyre defeating Sami Zayn via countout. So this is just like what happened last week on SmackDown. He had a match with Drew and just left and just disappeared. He literally did the same thing. It was a match. He kept running and running. Then he left out and got counted out. And then this time Drew ended up chasing him. But he ran though. Sami had ran behind stage. And then Drew just ended up flexing and stunting in the stage then. So yeah, obviously this is gonna lead to something. This is finna lead into a lumberjack match. It's gonna be Sami and him leading into that. So maybe that'll be the match to actually watch. And I do believe Sami is gonna win that match and go over on Drew too. Cause all of this running, is gonna lead into something. And then they're gonna be like, oh, the lumberjacks they're gonna get Sami there, and then Sami probably gonna end up doing something to win. He needs a win. Ricochet defeats Jinder Mahal in the Intercontinental title match. Now here we go again. I'm like, all right. Now what really got me with this match is how in the world Jinder Mahal gets an IC title match. Like Jinder Mahal barely wrestles. He barely does any important matches at all. Like there's no reason for him to have a contender spot. But here we go. He gets a title shot, and the match went pretty quickly. Yeah, they basically was just playing the bigger guy versus Ricochet role. Bigger guy. And Ricochet won this pretty quickly though, which was a surprise. I felt like the match was kind of short, but whatever. Ricochet wins. And then we had Riddle defeat Jimmy Uso. See, it wasn't too much. I might mention some of the other backstage promos since it really wasn't a lot that happened on this SmackDown last Friday. But I'll read the end. It says, after announcing their winner take-all title unification match earlier in the night, both championship tandems were looking for a big win in the showdown between Riddle and Jimmy Uso. Oh, I thought it was Jay, so it was Jimmy. Okay. Jimmy landed the first major strike with a thunderous super kick that sent the original Bro flying over the barricade as Jay kept looking for opportunities to get involved. The Viper struck and planted him right through the announce table. With Jimmy momentarily distracted, Riddle regrouped and countered with an incredible match-clinching RKO that caused the WWE Universe to erupt. Yeah, that RKO he did was kind of cool. He did. Now you got Riddle out here catching. Now here's the thing about Matt Riddle that tweaks me out about the audience though. Like I swear, before Matt Riddle got with Randy Orton, it's like they didn't give a damn about him. I kind of like Riddle. Like at first when he first came like around, I kind of didn't like him, but then he grew on me. He kind of became funny and stuff. Like I liked him before Randy, and I know that nobody really cared about him. And then now Randy's with Bro. Now people act like they like Bro. Like okay. All right, but bro, he ends up getting it, which that kind of scares me a little bit, man. Cause man, bro, winning this kind of like tells me like, yeah, they're gonna might be able to take those belts from y'all, man. You see how they're already unifying. They're already unifying Raw and SmackDown. At first, you thought it was just old SummerSlam or old WrestleMania week. No, they're doing this every week now. SmackDown and Raw is you don't know who you gonna see at this point. The messed up part was no Roman, no Roman. I think this main event match was decent though. It wasn't bad. It probably was the best match on the card. I give this show a 2.5 out of 5. I think Raw was better this week. This show was just okay. It wasn't really that great. Raw was a little bit better. What else? Let me look through a couple of promos. What happened? Right, Drew Gulak did his whole little thing with Charlotte just to get beat up and stretched out. Yeah, Drew Gulak, he ain't got nothing going on. Lacey Evans returns and has another ridiculous. So now I know what her story was. So her last story from Raw was apparently being upset with her mom who was doing messed up stuff, I guess. Or was it her dad? Well, either way, first time it was mom. This time I guess it was the dad. Now a story about her dad and her overcoming. Like, this is just terrible for Lacey. I do not like this pushing. I don't want Lacey to come back. I just don't like Lacey. You getting all this promos and like for what? It's not helping your case. It's not making anyone like you more. Yeah, this whole Lacey Evans return is not looking good. What else? We had Gunther. Right, Gunther, he's still sending shots in the background. So you gotta look out for Gunther. I forgot what happened with Corbin. Something happened with Corbin too, I think. Right, Butch leads a backstage assault on Xavier and them. Yeah, that was a little wild. He jumped over the table. That was a little wild. Right, it was a lot of little backstage stuff happening too. But okay, I guess this one ain't gonna be that long. It wasn't too much going on. I tried to extend it a little bit more, but Raw coming on tomorrow on Monday. I hope you guys been doing well. I will see you guys on the later tip. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.